Hey guys, how are you? Today I'm going to be filming my first Halloween tutorial and it's going to be half zombie and half glam. I really hope you guys enjoy the video and please keep watching. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm going to divide my face in half. I don't want to do a straight line down the middle, so just zigzag it around, and I'm using a nude pencil. Now let's start on the glam side. First I'll be priming my eyes. I already did my eyebrows off camera. And I'm going to be using this neutral color from the Kat Von D palette. Next I'm going to be taking a transition shade that's a little bit orangey, and this is from the Violet Voss palette, my favorite palette of all time. Now I'm just going to darken up my crease just a little bit. The makeup look is really simple, so it's not too hard to follow. And just blending everything out. We don't want any lines. Now again, I'm going in with a brown color that's a little darker than what I used before, just to define that outer part of the crease. And from the same Violet Voss palette, I'm going to pick up this gold and just pat it onto the lid. Now I'm just going to be doing a small wing liner, nothing too big. Now let's move on to the rest of my face. First, I'm going to be priming my face with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. And then I'm going to be taking my Beauty Blender and the NARS Luminous Foundation. I'll put the shade down below, but I really love these two together and they last really long. And if you're going to a party, you want to make sure all your makeup is going to last and not start to melt off your face. Now I'm just going to be concealing my under eyes, and just to brighten it up on this side, because we do want to go with a nice makeup look on one side and then super zombie on the other side. So that's why we want to make this side look as nice and as perfect as possible. And just adding a little bit of the loose powder. This is the CoverGirl powder. I really love it. It's super cheap and it reminds me of the Laura Mercier. And I'm not going to really be baking, I'm just more patting it on with the Beauty Blender and then dusting it off right away with a brush. Now I'm going to be using the same bronzer that I'm going to be using for my face to darken up the bottom of my eyes. And now I'm just going to be bronzing my face because I want to look alive on one side. And next I'm just going to add a little bit of blush and my favorite, the Anastasia Glow Kit. And make sure you highlight it. And now let's move on to the fun part. This is where we're going to become a zombie. So first I'm going to be using Spirit Gum. It's like an adhesive before we use the scar wax. So it really sticks on and it doesn't really start to melt off your face. You just want to apply it in the shape that you're going to apply the scar wax. This is from Ben Nye. And the first thing I do is take a little chunk and make it into like a little spaghetti. And then just hold it. You're going to have to hold it to place it. And then I just take this orange stick that has like a flat side. And I'm just pressing it onto my face slowly. It's hard to say, but I'll just demonstrate it for you guys. But it's super easy to do. So you're basically just dragging it out a little bit so it could stick onto your face. And you want to make sure you do this on both sides so it's nicely secured onto your face. And for this look, I'm just going to be making almost like a bite mark, but I'm not really going to put any like teeth holes or anything like that because you'll see it at the end. It's going to look really good. And I'm just continuing to close that up. I took another little piece of the wax and I created like a little oval shaped on my face. It doesn't have to be perfect because that's the good part about this. And you always want to set it with a little bit of loose powder, just a little bit. So the next thing I'm doing here, it's going really fast, but I am mixing instant oats with a little bit of latex, and this gives you for like an uneven texture, and it looks really bumpy and gross, and you can basically place this anywhere. You do want to use something like a blower or a fan or anything to make sure that it dries up and it doesn't start to like fall off. And then just so it doesn't stick onto anything, you do want to add some loose powder. Next, I took a foundation that was like 4 or 5 shades lighter than my actual skin tone, because you don't want to use white, because white, it looks better. Like, I know that from The Walking Dead, they don't really use white. They use a lighter foundation than the person's skin tone because they will look dead that way. And just make sure you dab it on everywhere. I'm just using this sponge. And now with this is like an art sponge. I'm not sure what the name of it. It's black, and you can get this from Ricky's, and I'm just using it to make my face look dirty and nasty. I took a little bit of black eyeliner and just put it on the sponge. Now to darken up the eyes and make my sockets look really sunken in, I'm just adding some purple and also some black. If you want, which I forgot to do, is to add some black eyeliner all over your eyelid first, which will make it really, really, really dark and stand out. And then you want to just add some of that eyeshadow along your face everywhere, just to add some color. And it's cool if you add it on top of all of those things that we did on our forehead. Next, I am going to be filling in where the gash is supposed to be, so when I apply the blood, it has something to hold on to, and not only that, so my skin color is not just seeking through. So next, I took the LA Girl Green Concealer, and it's perfect for this because you just have to take some and then just dab it on everywhere, and it makes your skin look nasty and like it's rotting, so it's super cool. So another thing that I decided to do was I actually went over where we did the line earlier, and I placed some of the scar wax to divide my face in half. It's really easy, just like we did before. Just follow your face all the way down the middle, and then after that you just want to cover it with a little bit of foundation. And this is Ben Nye's Thick Blood, and I'm just gonna place it along the seam of where my face is supposedly dividing in half, and also on both of those wounds, the one on the forehead and the one on the cheekbone. This is my favorite part because this makes the look come to life and, well, die, but it's really good. Now I'm going to be using this blood that's a little bit more runny and put it on a toothbrush, and then you just flicker it down and it makes like a nice splattered effect like the zombies from Walking Dead. You know, they're killed in a gruesome way, so it's really cool. So what I did with my hair is I curled my bang to one side, and I'm going to divide it right where my face divides in half. And one side of my face, I'm just going to leave it as is, really nice. And then the other side, I'm going to add conditioner, lots and lots of conditioner, because this will make your hair appear super gross and just very lifeless. And then you just want to scrunch it up until it looks to your desired look. So now to finish off the look, I just added some more blood. Like, I don't think we can ever put enough blood on this gruesome look. And yeah, just add as you please. And the cool thing about this blood that I got is that it dries, so you don't have to worry about it keep running down your face and everything. And just make sure that on the other side you make it look a little seamless by smudging the blood. And this ends our video. I hope you guys have a fun time recreating it, and happy Halloween, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.